Hi, and welcome to Real Estate TV. I'm Matt Cooper. I'm a realtor with Century 21 Buena Vista, and I'm here to put the real in real estate. One of the things I want to talk about today is the first-time homebuyer tax credit. This is coming to an end this Friday, the 30th of April, 2010. You've got an $8,000 tax credit for first-time homebuyers. You've got a $6,500 tax credit for existing homeowners who want to sell and move up to a larger home. What this means is you need to be in escrow by the end of this month. You need to be in escrow by April 30th. And April 30th it is, not May 1st, not May 2nd. You can't say, well, April 30th is a Friday and I got into escrow on Saturday. I mean, can't you just... No. This is a program that's run by the federal government, and you have to be in escrow by April 30th. That means if you get your offer accepted on Thursday the 29th or Wednesday the 28th, we've got to be in escrow. There's got to be documentation that escrow has opened between you and another party, the seller, by April 30th, 2010, or you don't qualify for the tax credit. And it's a lot of money, $8,000 for a first-time home buyer tax credit, and for an existing homeowner moving up, $6,500. And depending on how much taxes you owe, that's going to have an effect on, it's going to have an effect on how much you get back. So if you owe zero and you're a first-time home buyer, you're going to get the full $8,000 back from the federal government. You buy a house, $8,000 in your lap. If you owe $2,000, you're going to get $6,000 and so forth. You kind of get the picture. And the same goes for the move-up buyer and the $6,500 tax credit. But it's over this Friday the 30th. But that's not the end of it. Let's say you do get into escrow by April 30th and you've made the deadline. You say to yourself, wow, we're in great shape. But you have to close the escrow. Now that you're in it, you have to close it, and you have to close it within 60 days. You can't just get into escrow and say, oh, we were in escrow by the 30th, but escrow fell apart, the deal didn't go through, so can we get a do-over? There's no do-overs. Once you're in escrow by the 30th, you have to close it within 60 days, which means your escrow has to close by June 30th, 2010. Is it possible? Absolutely. Absolutely possible. It depends on your lender. It depends on how pre-qualified you've been. Is your lender confident that he's going to close the loan without a doubt, no problem? Are you going VA? Are you going FHA? Any sort of government programs that are going to take a long, long time, at least 45 days, and then you're thinking to yourself, wow, I've got another 2 weeks to close this. Minimum 45 days. We've got 2 weeks to close. Am I going to make it? You're cutting it a little short. Another problem that might come up is the property a short sale? You know, we've had short sales that have been approved within 30 days. We've had other short sales that have been approved 30 days times 5. It just is an unpredictable process. It's run by banks, and don't ask me about my opinion on banks and how they are run, but let's just say they're not the most brilliant eggs in the bunch. So if you're going to try and go for a short sale, I'd have to advise against it. Are you guaranteed to close by June 30th and get your tax credit? No. On the other hand, if you're going to go for an REO property, a bank-owned property, a foreclosure, or just a fair market sale, meaning it's just somebody who needs to sell for whatever reason and they're getting out of the state or out of their home for a variety of reasons, but they have equity and selling's not a problem. Those are the properties, certainly this week, that are going to have more and more offers because people are like, oh God, I gotta find a property before I lose out on the tax credit. What am I going to do? And then they find a house, and then you've got 10 offers, and then you've got offers over asking price, and now you're in a bidding war. You got to decide, do you want to be a part of that? That's what's happening by the end of the month. So again, tax credit over this Friday the 30th. You have to be in escrow, and then you have to close by June 30th. If you'd like more information on that, you, of course, can call me at the number over my shoulder or go to my website, mattcoopersells.com, which will appear right here at right there in the screen below. All right. Something else I want to talk about. I wrote a couple of offers this morning, which is great. Love writing offers for clients. This was interesting. Why is that? Because one property was in Fresno, the other property was in Clovis. Yes, there are actually people out there that want to live in Clovis. Why is that? Why? Because they can get into a 2-bedroom, 1-bath condo for anywhere from $35,000 all the way up to $45,000, maybe $50,000. Think about that. That's a car payment. You go out and you buy your Escalade. You just bought a 2-bedroom condo in Clovis. So imagine your payment is quite low. Finding a job up there in Fresno and Clovis, living in Fresno and Clovis, that's another story. But it's possible. Why does this particular person want to do it? Because they've got cash in their pocket. It's burning a hole. And they want to buy a rental property. And they're going to buy it free and clear. Let's say, again, between $35,000 and $50,000. They're going to buy it free and clear. The rental market up there says that after taxes and insurance, they make clear $200 to $300 a month in positive cash flow. And that's a good thing. So those properties are available. Don't get me wrong. I do like to concentrate on my own backyard, but for a serious and well-qualified buyer, well-qualified means you've been to your lender and you've talked to somebody. And if you haven't, I've got names and numbers for you that I can send you some really reputable people. Diego Gurman, S&D Mortgage. Check him out. I work with Diego all the time, does great work, and can tell you right off the bat. I put the real in real estate. He puts the, as he says, the more in mortgage. But he's very straightforward and just tells it like it is, much like I do. And you have to be either have cash or be very well qualified for me to make that road trip up to Fresno or Clovis. But I'm not opposed to it, and I'll do it. So give me a call. One of the things I want to talk about tomorrow, because I'm running out of time, I want to talk about searching the internet for listings. Maybe you're a buyer and you're searching the internet for real estate. Like, I want to look at some houses. What do I want to buy? What's the neighborhood looking at that I like or looking like? What's the price range? So you're searching on the internet and you're finding all these homes. There are tons of websites that offer real estate listings. The problem is not all of them are accurate. Not all of them are up to date. And I will tell you tomorrow which sites are best for your real estate browsing on the internet. So I will talk to you about that tomorrow. And thank you again for watching. I am Matt Cooper with Century 21 Buena Vista. I put the real in real estate.